Hi Sydney, my name is Marris.
Hi.
I'm going to be your trainer today, and today we're doing a training session for your cardiovascular system. Today's session we're going to be doing an aerobic training session, and it's going to show you how hard I want you to train when you're on your own,
So I want you to keep your
so that we can improve your VO2 max and in turn give you some more health benefits.
Alright.
So right now, I'm just going to take some resting values of yours, and then from there, we're going to go to the treadmill and start our session.
Alright.
So now that we're done your resting values, I'm going to go ahead and start you off on a warm-up. We're going to do your speed at 3.5.
I'm not ready.
2 minutes of warm-up, we're going to go into the testing.
I'm ready last week.
Alright. Yeah. So what your heart rate is? 122. And what is your RPE? 9. Okay, so now we're going to increase your speed, and we're going to keep doing this until we find your steady state in between your heart rate zone of 142 and 171.
When I get home, I'll wake up.
Okay, with the first minute of the increased speed, just ask what your heart rate is. 144. And what's your RPE? I really want to be 12. From here, I'm just going to increase it a little bit because we did get to 144 and your target heart rate was 142. So I'm just going to increase it a little bit, and from there we're going to try and see if we can reach steady state within 3 minutes. Okay, so for your second minute, I'm just going to ask what your heart rate is. 150, and what's your RPE? 12. For your third minute, what's your heart rate right now? 152. And what's your RPE? Right, 52. Okay, so for the fourth minute, I'm just going to see what your heart rate is. It's 157. What are you lose, like 20 pounds? And what's your RPE? 13. Okay, so from here, we have reached steady state in minutes 2 to 4. So from here, we're just going to do a cool down for 3 minutes, and I'm going to decrease your speed to 3.5. What's your heart rate after your third minute? 138. And what's your RPE? 8. Because your heart rate is still a little bit high, we're just going to do another minute and see if we can bring your heart rate down a little bit more. We've done our post-recovery results. Do you remember earlier when I asked you about the Ebeling walking test that we previously did? Yes. Okay. Well, from that, I was able to calculate your 85% heart rate max, and that was equal to 172. And from that, we were able to get you to your 152 heart rate before we went into your cool down for that test. This was able to show us what your VO2 max was, which was 38.91, and that just means what your health benefit zone was. It was fair, and that means that it has some health benefits, but also has some health risks associated with that. For your monitoring session that we just did, when you reached your steady state for the 3 minutes before your cool down, that feeling of how hard you were working is where I want you to be working when you're not working out with me, and also with the heart rate zones that we were able to get you in for the steady state. Just look for that to show you also where it is I want you to be working at. If you do this exercise prescription, it will help you increase your VO2 max, and it will in turn give you more health benefits.
All right.
As a summary, I began taking Sydney's resting values of heart rate and blood pressure. From there, we started the cardiovascular monitoring session. Once we got to the treadmill, Sydney did a warm-up for 2 minutes. Within the 2 minutes, she stayed less than 50% of her heart rate zone calculation. During her workload, Sydney was able to reach steady state by 4 minutes and not the 6 to 10 minutes that it was supposed to take her. She stayed in between her target heart rate zone calculation of 142 to 171. Once Sydney reached her steady state for 3 minutes, I had her go into a cool down for 3 minutes so her heart rate could come down. When Sydney finished her cool down, we did post-exercise resting values of blood pressure and heart rate at 1, 3, and 5 minutes.